Tonight, some hope. A special report inside a care home as Scotland's most vulnerable are worst hit by coronavirus.
You're trying to protect the residents that you care for, but you're trying to protect yourself as well because you've got a family at home.
COVID infection rates and death rates are falling, but they're still worryingly high for older people. Also making the headlines, a son's tribute as the Isle of Skye tackles an outbreak. An 83-year-old loses his life.
Waiting by your phone to get that phone call to say that they've passed away, that has been just the challenge and the hard thing for us.
Families reunited. One father is finally given the all-clear to return home to hug his daughter. And calls to reopen rubbish dumps as fly tipping threatens to ruin our countryside. I'm Kellyanne Woodland. This is the STV News at 6 across Scotland. Good evening. Almost 3,000 people in Scotland have now lost their lives to coronavirus. But tonight, the First Minister says there is some hope. Fewer people in hospital, fewer in intensive care, and the infection rate and the death rate is falling. But the virus is hitting everyone, and some of Scotland's most vulnerable people are still being worst affected. Last week, almost 60% of all COVID deaths in Scotland were in care homes. Susan Ripple has been given special access to one facility where staff are working tirelessly to keep the virus out.
Hello, Florence.
Hello, Sharon.
How are you finding lockdown so far?
I'm finding it not too bad so far. But I can't wait to see all of my friends again because I miss them so much.
Florence is feeling like so many right now, but her home and way of life has changed significantly in the last 7 weeks. She's a resident at Springboyd Care Centre, where staff are taking every precaution they can to keep coronavirus out. They're wearing full protection around residents, constantly cleaning, and the hardest of all, keeping families away.
I'm missing my daughter and my grandson, but I must say that the staff in here are very helpful and they do their best for us.
This is totally different. You know, this is putting people's lives at risk, basically.
Julie has been a carer here for 12 years. She's never experienced anything like this before.
You're trying to protect the residents that you care for, but you're trying to protect yourself as well because you've got a family at home. You don't want anybody in here to get it, but you don't want to take it outside to anybody else either. So it's really difficult. The positive side, we've not got any, and you kind of thank God every day when you come in and when you leave and you know you've done a good job and what you're doing right. Something's working, as long as we can just keep it that way.
As well as the carers, there are also 4 domestic staff working here each day. Cheryl has taken up extra shifts to make sure no new workers need to come into the home to cover.
It's frightening, it's really, really frightening, and you be scared every day. You've got that fear in you. Is somebody going to be tested, they'll have it, and how are you going to react when this happens? And it's, as I say, it's just the fear of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen.
And that's being felt amongst staff across Scotland. It's hard for them to hear again today of yet more residents dying in care homes.
We have never ever seen a pandemic like this before, and it's very scary. Every day, we have a different news coming in. So, and we really don't know when it's going to be the end. That's the main thing.
Is that the most frightening part?
It is the most frightening, yeah.
And you got us to Japan. 100!
But what keeps them going are the smiles here each day. Little touches staff can do to give residents hope in what is such a worrying time for everyone.
Staff there trying to keep spirits up. Well, we'll hear from Susan in just a moment.